Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show.
Sitting at home or you in your car. It's the MacMan Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the MacMan Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the MacMan Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the MacMan Morning Show.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show.
Sitting at home or you in your car. It's the MacMan Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the MacMan Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the MacMan Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the MacMan Morning Show.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show.
Sitting at home or you in your car. It's the MacMan Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the MacMan Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the MacMan Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the MacMan Morning Show.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show.
And good morning to everybody. Happy Monday to you. This is WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the MacMan Morning Show. Good morning to everybody. Happy Monday morning to all of you. We welcome you to our wonderful show on today. We like to say that how wonderful it is to be able to come to you, whether you're in your homes, your places of business, or wherever you may be, to give us an opportunity to share with you each and every day, each and every weekday at 9 a.m. Central, 10 o'clock Eastern for the MacMan Morning Show. Wow, it's so many things that have been going on this past weekend. I hope you had a good weekend. I know that I did. I'd like to say good morning to all of you from WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. I'd like to say good morning to all of you that are here and that you have come and been a part of us. We'd like to thank you for all that you do. Good morning to the chat. Good morning to everyone on our YouTube channel. And we like to say good morning to everyone on our streaming service. It's so good to see you, Alice, in the bushes, and I like to thank all of you for participating and coming on. This morning we are here with our wonderful panel, except our wonderful chief correspondent is, I said what I said, is on vacation this week. We hope and pray that she has a wonderful rest. She has done a whole lot of work. It takes a lot of work to do what we do on the MacMan Morning Show, and she deserves this, and we just rooting. She's well, all is well, so y'all don't jump on me, and she ain't going nowhere. Oh, where is she? She's around, so we want to thank you. Let me say something to all of you that I'm so excited and I'm so happy. I was looking at some numbers, and I want to thank you all for a wonderful show with Miss Trustee Kiana Belcher. Our show was well received, and we just thank you all for having this opportunity and coming with us on our journey. I talked with the trustee. She was really happy with the show, and we're just grateful that, and she will be back. We got a surprise for you. I'm not going to release that until I won't release that until we get finalization on what I got up my sleeve, y'all, you know. But I'm just grateful to be here. We have Brother Lee is here with us. I hadn't had a chance to talk to Brother Lee. I had my weekend was filled. Good morning, Brother Lee. Thank you for hanging with me, man. They left me by myself. I said, I ain't by myself. I said, I got Brother Lee. And Brother Lee, as always, he's our senior contributor. And we just thank him for being there. Good morning, bro. Okay, he's here. I know he's here. You here? Morning. Okay, there you go. Hey, man, how you doing? How was your weekend?
Weekend is always good.
Okay. It sounds like, and you know, I was I was looking today at some things, and I was really contemplating going another route. And I said, no, I'm going to just do a recap. Good morning to everybody. I need, if you can, there's persons that I want to reach. Go to macmedia3.com. That's for Alice and Penelope. There's something that I needed to ask you. There are chat participants. Could you email me, and I'll explain what I want to do. Go to MacMedia 3, and I'll be waiting for your correspondence. There's something that I want to convey in a good way. You're going to like what I have to say. So that's for Alice and Penelope. Please, if you don't mind. You've been a part of the MacMan show, and I'm going to ask, and I hope that I'll get a chance to take care of everything. Listen, we're going to, what is this? Yes, that's where you go, Penelope. MacMedia 3. It's right. It should have been on the screen. Let me put it here. Put it on the screen for you right quick. It's been a wonderful day. Okay, I'm just going to put that across the screen. You'll see it. Just send me your information, and it'll be well. Listen, we're here still in fall, and people are acting like it's summertime. And excuse me. It is a chilly day out here today, but let's get with the forecast right quick. Listen, fantastic weather pattern. It came through. I thought it was spring. It's supposed to be fall, hitting into winter almost, but it ain't winter yet. I ain't trying to go there, but it's going to be a beautiful Monday. Comfortable, cool morning, and we're with a slow afternoon warming trend, and we should be up in the lower 80s this on this wonderful day. And we're going to be in the 80s going into Wednesday. It's going to be dry, calm, and stable, even with the approaching cold fronts later this week, dropping our temperatures back to we're going to be dropping the temperatures back where they're supposed to be. But enjoy this, as I call it, Indian summer almost. It's going to be really warm here where we are. But right now, we're looking at 51 in Como, 52 in Olive Branch and South Haven, and 52 degrees at WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. In Holly Springs, Mississippi, our headquarters, we'd like to say good morning to all of you at WKRA. We're really pleased to be a part of your morning. I was reviewing several things, and I'm really grateful that I have this opportunity to listen, folks. We're looking at 15 more days before the general election all over the country, and as we're preparing, I am really pleased with the numbers that have come in. Those numbers that have come in we have, as of now, in the region that we're in and in the DeSoto County area, I think it's about 74,000 people that have absentee voted so far. That's the number that I got. I don't have a solid number that we're trying to get. And around the state of Mississippi, already well over 300,000 people have early voted or absentee voted. I've gotten my absentee ballot because I will be doing election work as far as broadcasting on WKRA, on YouTube, also on election day. So I'll be busy and I won't have a chance to break away. So I got my ballot. I got everything here. I love it. I mean, I went and all I had to do, and all of the wonderful people that work at the county clerk's offices around the state are really, really busy. I got my absentee ballot, sending it back, and I have voted. I got mine. You get yours. So please get out and vote. That's our concentration that I'm trying to settle on today. It is real important that we do what we are supposed to do to encourage you to get out and vote. I'd like to say good morning to everyone in Illinois, Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama, and all of you other places. Thank you. Sharon said that she has voted already. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. You got to do that. Make sure that we do that we do. Don't forget, Alice, email me and let me know it is you. And Penelope, both of you guys, you email me if you can. I got some information to share with you. Listen, get out and vote. Listen, it is very, very important that we do that we do vote early. Please vote early. You can't vote often unless it's just a couple of cycles. But get out and vote and show yourself to be the citizens that you are. Listen, they're doing a whole lot of things to try to discourage you. I heard several reports of people harassing and intimidating some voters in some places. Listen, let me tell you this. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to be intimidated. You don't have to worry about what people are saying and what they're doing. All you have to do is make sure that you cast your vote and that everything is in order. And that is the word of the day, is vote. That's the word of the day. And we're going to be just recapping some things that are going on around about us with this election that I tried to, I showed some things on yesterday, but this right here I want to do, and to encourage you to continue to continue to be excited about what's going on. The vice president is on the trail, and Mr. Trump is on the trail too. There were some disturbing things that he said over the weekend that we're going to be bringing out real soon this week, that we're compiling together. For those of you that see the duck in the upper right hand corner, something happened with our StreamYard, and we're trying to adjust it, and I can't put any pictures or anything in this stream right now. Something is wrong, and we're going to have to probably shop for another provider. But as we are here, if you hear, I'm glad that you are. Let somebody know, like and share and subscribe, and we'll be happy with that. Listen, I'm going to play a little something. I know that we have seen this before, but I want to just play a few things. Wait a minute. Let me make sure that I got it queued in. I played this on last week, and I want to play it again. I'm going to play a series of things that we're going to be talking about. But right now, let's start off with this right here. I want to keep y'all abreast and remind you that it's time. We're at the voting time. Let's get ready for it. Let's hear about what Brother Yellow Pain got to tell us.
First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor or the governor and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws. They just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch. Yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do. Okay, y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws. They the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor or the governor and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws. They just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch. Yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do. Okay, y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws. They the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president.
And that is very true. Get out and vote. Voting is very, very important. We're going to be right back after our commercial break. This is the MacMan Morning Show, 92.7 on your FM dial. We'll be right back after these messages, along with my brother, Mr. Lee. Me and him, we're gonna burn up the internet and we're gonna burn up the airwaves. But we're here, and I'm happy that we're here. And we're just going to be discussing the various things that are going on and the things that are happening, along with what's happening with the vote, and get some more reports about what's going on around the country. You're listening to the MacMan Morning Show, 92.7 on your FM dial, WKRA, and YouTube, live streaming each and every day at 9 o'clock. Let us pay these bills.
America, we are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back.
I don't know about you, but I'm not going back. If you're not going back, vote Diane Black. Again, if you're not going back, vote Diane Black for U.S. Representative, 1st Congressional District of Mississippi. November 5th, 2024. Vote Diane Black.
Paid for by friends of Diane Black.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Left, right, left, vote, left, right, left. Vote. Your mama, your daddy, they vote. Your sister, your brother, they vote. Your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, they need to get out and vote. Your mama, your daddy, they vote. Your sister, your brother, they vote. Your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, they need to get out and vote.
This is a call to all Americans. On November 5th, 2024, you have a chance to be heard. Make your voice known. Vote. It's your turn.
Attention WKRA listeners, if you would like to advertise on the MacMan Morning Show, please leave a message at macmedia3@gmail.com.
And we're back on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. I am James Mack. I am your host. I have Brother Lee here with us, our senior contributor, and we're here, and our national correspondent and our chief correspondent. I said what I said, is on vacation. I hope that you're enjoying your rest and relaxation on today. Listen, we have a serious problem with this man, Mr. Trump. And I'm not here to talk about him, but I got to say this because it's very crucial. The election is approximately 15 days away. Now, what is the strategy? Now, they're on the campaign trail trying to get everybody going, but the campaign has started. Voting has started around the country, and it's been a pretty steady stream of people in most metropolitan areas, and even in some of the rural areas. People are ready to to cast their votes for for our new leader. I'm asking you to do your very best. Wake your friends up, wake your people up. Go talk to your relatives, friends, all of them, people that are not your friends, and let them know the importance of voting. It's about voting now, folks. Please get out and vote. Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas, Georgia, all down here through the South, Texas, everywhere. You need to be able to get out and vote. It is your right. It is your duty to do so. They're trying to make it difficult here in the state of Mississippi for people to vote. I've heard of some instances that had happened. Not only in Mississippi, but in Tennessee. In Memphis, Tennessee, there has been a situation that's happening with their voting machines. And forgive us with this system that they have us here, this with our stream service. Locked in some things, and we're gonna make sure we would have had a video and audio of what's going on. And these technical things that are going on here, but we're going to get everything straight. But I said that to say this, that the machines were broken or they were malfunctioning when you press for the president's race. If you touch, they got these touch screens instead of where we are, we got paper, and they don't have big machines. And I guess that's what Mississippi does right now. But the ballots are out, and on the top of the ballot in the state of Mississippi is the vice president. She and her running mate, Tim Walz, they're on the top of the ballot. So it should not be hard for you. Over on the other side, you will have your congressional races. In the first congressional district, Diane Black is at the top of the ticket for Congress in the first congressional district. So it should not be a difficult thing for you to do to select her. We support her. She's out there this morning on the campaign trail doing what she does. She will be in studio this week. We did get her. Also, I'd like to say we have been in contact and communications with the future senator of the state of Mississippi, Mr. Ty Pickens. He had been in contact with us. We're preparing his presentation and his statement of advertising. We're going to have it out on tomorrow morning. We'll have everything situated. We're rooting for him. He will be on this week also. We're trying to bring in everybody that is on the ticket. We were trying to get the vice president's representatives. We were really trying to get her, and we have not given up yet. I have not gotten a response from her or her people. Right. I got one response, but I didn't get the other that they're trying. She's on the trail. Her birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Madam Vice President. God bless you, and may you have many, many more. And as she was working yesterday, she was at a church in Georgia. Those of you all that know where Pastor Jamal Bryant in New Life, is that New Life Baptist Church? I think that's what it is. The former Bishop Eddie Long was the pastor, the late Eddie Long. Of course, he had some difficulties or what, but that's not what we're talking about. She went there, packed house. They sang happy birthday to her. She's working on her birthday. So we wish her many, many more. And we're praying for her health and strength. I'm praying for all of the health and strength of people. I'm not a person that wants to put anybody down or anything like that. But we know that the choice is going to be critical. Your choice for president is critical. And from what I see, thank you very much. It is New Life. Thank you all for your support of Diane Black and for Senator Ty Pickens. I'm just putting it out there. Congresswoman Black and Senator Ty Pickens. And we're going to be out there. Please, folks, vote. It is very, very important. It's no time for us to be shucking and jiving. It's important for us to vote. Listen, I'm going to play a little something. I'm going to bring Brother Lee in with us in a couple seconds, and we're just going to talk about some things over the weekend, just something briefly. But I want to play a couple of things for you. and we're going to go further with our discussion. You're listening to the MacMan Morning Show, 92.7 on your FM dial. Let's look at this video right quick. I showed it last week, but I'm going to show it again to let you know that there's somebody of another persuasion that is trying to tell us how important and what's going on here in the state of Mississippi with the things that are going on in the voter suppression. Let's listen to what this gentleman has to say.
So besides the presidential race, take a wild guess how many other races are happening in Mississippi this November. Just take a wild guess. Was it 442? Because there's 442. Seems like whenever we talk about a challenge we're facing here in Mississippi or an issue of corruption, over half the comments from people out of state are saying, well, you get what you vote for. And I'm not going to make an excuse for that because, in a way, they are right. Nobody in Mississippi is in charge without us letting them be in charge. But I would make one change, because it's not so much who we're voting for, it's the fact that we're not voting. For example, it recently came out that Representative Trey Lamar was funneling millions of taxpayer dollars into his country club and surrounding neighborhoods there. Most of us, however, never see him on the ballot. In fact, less than 0.5% of the Mississippi population elected him to office, and he's making decisions for the entire state. But even when it comes to statewide elections, the results are very similar. When Governor Tate Reeves was elected this previous election, he was elected by just 13% of our population. Mayor Lumumba in Jackson was voted in by just 9% of the city's population. Historically, Mississippi's just not that great at showing up to vote. I mean, I love our state, but this is a weakness of ours. Voter apathy seems to be our biggest issue, but we also make it fairly difficult to vote here. We have issues with gerrymandering, we run out of ballots, we change our polling locations a lot, sometimes without even giving notice, and we have over 50,000 people that are banned from voting in the state from our disenfranchisement laws. This is what's causing all the noise in the background. We also don't make it that easy to register to vote here. You either have to go in person or you have to print out the registration form, fill it out, and mail it in. There are no digital options available. And yes, I already know the comments are coming that say, if it really meant something to you, you'd go the extra step of registering by mail. And most people here do. But making something purposefully more difficult than it has to be isn't really a great strategy. For example, it means a lot to me to visit my dad back in Pennsylvania, but I'd probably still do it a whole lot less if I had to walk instead of drive. The other issue we run into is that here in Mississippi, we tend to ignore the bottom half of the ballot. That's the local candidates below the presidential races and the statewide races. But these are the people that are going to have the most impact on our lives. For example, we have folks running for our state Supreme Court, and our state Supreme Court has some huge impacts on our life. We have people running for election commissioner, and we saw in Hinds County last year just what happens when election commissioners aren't prepared. And it's very important that we get competent people in there because we know already that the Secretary of State is not going to step in to help if something goes wrong. We have judges on the ballot. If you or a loved one winds up in court, these are the folks that you're going to be facing. Or if somebody commits a crime against you, these are the folks that decide their future. Things in Mississippi are never really going to change until we actually start showing up on election day, both for our primaries and for our statewide elections. We may not be voting the troublemakers into office, but we're not doing a whole lot to keep them out. Now, I can't cover all 442 races that are going to be on the ballot this November, but you can research those at places like ballotready.org and other similar websites. Just put in your zip code, they'll tell you exactly who's running in your area. And even if your candidate doesn't win, your vote still serves like a poll response or a survey answer, telling those in charge that you are there, you are engaged, and if at any point they stop representing the will of the people, you're ready to take action.
All right, we're back. As you see, it's some serious situations that are going on in the state of Mississippi with voting. There's a lot. It's harder to vote here than it is to vote in a lot of places. You can go to Nevada, to the polls, register, and vote on election day. In some places, you could go and you can drop your your ballot off in a mail slot, not a mail slot, but a voter's box that they have. I think they have some in various places around the country. And I just wanted to say that I never had it. So it's easy for me because I got my absentee ballot. I got good people down there I have to, when you're voting and everything, you got to make sure that everything is in order. When you have your ID, make sure your ID is right. Make sure that if you do absentee vote, whether it's by mail, please be careful. Make sure you got enough postage. Make sure that your ballot is sealed. Make sure that it's sealed. Put a little tape at the flap. Or wherever the entrance is on your mail in, if you mail it in, but make sure that everything is there. We need every vote to count. And Brother Lee, I wanted to bring you in and to see, again, good morning to you. I wanted to see what's going on in Illinois that you've heard about. How is early voting going there? I know you all have early voting. In various parts or all of the parts of where you are. Can you give us a little snippet of what you've seen? And you can give your greetings for this morning. And if there's something, a burning desire, we're going to just ease on into this after a wonderful week that we had. And we're going to even have even more wonderful weeks. But I'd like to bring in Brother Lee, our chief contributor, and he's going to let me know, Lee, what do you think about and what's going on with this early voting? We got record numbers around the country, but they're still trying to make it difficult for us to.
Well, in Illinois, I think there's isolated situations, in Illinois, but nothing that I've heard that's serious. I think the response in Illinois is very swift, and as far as if there's a problem, they make it very convenient for people to get that situation eradicated. But there are going to be moments in this state, like any other state, there's going to be some difficulties because you got the megas that are creating this obstruction. So yeah, I would say in Illinois, I haven't heard anything that was standing out as far as problems. I'm sure there's some isolated moments that are happening, but I don't see anything, that's too urgent right now. So yeah, I would say in Illinois, everything seems to be pretty smooth so far. There may be problems that
Yeah.
comes up.
Okay. Well, I'm grateful that, as I was saying, it's easier to vote in most of the places around the country. They don't make it too, but then there's some places that had some confusion. And like I said, I just heard recently in Tennessee that they had some glitches with the machine. You touch for Harris, it goes to Trump. Well, what they did was they recalibrated all of the equipment and the machines, and it's a touch screen. And if you don't touch the right thing, I recommend, if you got a pencil or pencil head, it's rubber. Touch your box, it will go. It's like a stylus. If you got a stylus, take it in, Tennessee. All you got to do is touch the right thing. Please don't make that mistake, because they will register for, if you don't touch the right box, it will register for somebody else, and you thinking you voted for the vice president, and it went to I don't see how that is done, but they say you voting for the other person, whomever's on there and everything. Lee, we had my first vote that I cast was for a lady named Monica Face Stewart. That was way back in the 80s when I first voted, before Harold Washington. I voted for her, and then it was Harold Washington. Lee, politics is so strange these days, and things are happening so much. It's really just different. When you heard Republicans, you thought it was the rich people, the tight folks with the shirt and ties, and they say that they were conservative. What in the world is going on with this party that we have now? What's going on? I mean, this ain't the Republican Party that I know, and I'm listening to these senators, and I'm listening to these representatives, and it seemed like they just have lost it. I mean, he called our vice president Skubala, or whatever what Skubala is, or most of y'all know that's waste, called her Skubala. live on TV. I can't get the video. I'm going to get it tomorrow. We're going to show it. But he's outrageous. He's trying to insult her. He's insulting us as people, as black people. He has done it. He says he's going to send back all of the Haitians that have come into the country legally, that have green cards, and they have this, they have that, they have this, they have that. And um he says he's going to get rid of these people, and these people were going wild in there. And only people that I saw, I'm going to just tell the truth, they got some people in there that they pay. But if you look in the background, it's people that don't look like us. That it does not make up America versus what I see at the vice president's rally, that people of all nationalities and all persuasions are there. Lee, what's going on with these people? Are they just gone crazy, this Republican Party? I just want to know, and I think you got something that I think you can tell us. Help us out a little bit, Brother Lee. What's happening to this Republican Party?
Well, I would say uh, the they're coming out of the closet. This is how they think, and this is how they operate. They just needed a fearless leader to lead them, and Donald Trump is that guy. He's way over the top. You've had Donald Trump like politicians before Donald Trump, but then he's 2.0. He's tapping into things that really don't exist, and people are buying into that. People are looking to blame white Caucasians, or look some Caucasians. I'm not going to say all of you, but it's a large majority of you that are buying into it. He's saying, the things aren't true. You don't want to look into it and do your homework. You do your homework, Donald Trump's lying. Even if you catch him in a lie, they say he didn't mean it. He was just talking. So they'll go with a lie, no matter if it's right in front of their face. They're not looking for truth. They're not looking for honesty. They're just looking to get there. They got hate. They got they feel that they have a privilege that they do not want to share. And they feel that that privilege not won't be taken away. You'll actually have to share that privilege. They're not looking at there's nothing that will be taken away. They just don't want you to have it. And that's the thing. People are looking, well, Caucasians have these privileges, and we don't have them. No, we don't have them. And the privilege is the Constitution. You know, the Constitution is written for everyone. The Bill of Rights is written for everyone, but it's not enforced for everyone. And that's the thing we don't understand is that privilege in this country is not anything outside of the law. It's something that's given to certain people and taken away from others. And that's the thing. The law is enforced for certain people, the Caucasians, where they don't have to worry about being stopped. They don't have to worry about their civil rights being violated. They go into a store or walk the streets. They don't have to worry about those things because those rights, those things that they get, those privileges, it's automatic for them. They don't think about it. They don't get up and think about crime and think about schools and think about police protection, and they don't think about them because it works for them, and it doesn't work for us. It hasn't worked for us since we got here. We say, well, things were better in the 80s or the 90s. And things weren't better. It's just things. It's never been better for us to the point where we have the same privileges and rights as they do. We don't. You wouldn't have to write a civil rights law bill if the right to vote went for everybody rather than just for them. See, we have rights. We've had bills written on top of the Constitution. Why would we need that if they were being enforced when we were saying one person, one vote, and women were given the right to vote, and then it was not even women, it was white women were given the right to vote. We still weren't given the right to vote. So when we fight for rights, they get it first, and then we're still at the on the sidelines. So that's what I'm saying is that we have to get together and get on the same page, and vote. And we can't operate like them anymore. We're operating like they do. As far as saying, well, we'll go about our situation the way they do because the laws apply to them, and we're going to have to stick together because when we get those privileges, everybody gets it. See, that's the thing. When you help the least of us, it's helping everybody. See, people say, "Well, I'm not going to
Yeah.
give to the poor or the disadvantaged or the homeless." When you help the very bottom, everybody gets lifted up. You can't lift everyone unless you start at the bottom. And that's the thing we
Yeah.
don't understand. What's that? We say the middle class, We gotta help. We gotta go from the last class and lift from there. And see, that's the thing we gotta understand is that when you see somebody holding up a sign saying "I'm," we gotta help the least of us in order for everyone to get the rights. We can't say, "Well, I'm gonna do it in the middle. I'm gonna do it at the lower middle class." No, you got to go all the way down and lift up. We have enough resources in this country to do just about everything we want to do. We got everything we need to get the job done. It just doesn't take 100 years. It doesn't take 50 years. This can be done overnight. COVID proved that. COVID proved it. When 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 that was implemented, and it's not by Donald Trump didn't do it, so you can look at it, check the records. When the Congress legislature passed those benefits, those the help thing for COVID, it was done overnight. Literally trillions of dollars done overnight. A stroke of the pen
Yeah.
done overnight. So we thinking, well, it'll take 4 years. No, it don't take. Yes, some things do take 4 years. Some things do take 8 years. But this thing here, it can be done. It can be done expeditionally. It can be done overnight. It's a stroke of the pen. We can change the educational system with a stroke of the pen. Put money in our community. You suck the money out, now put the money back. Education should be the first place we put this money. Education, homelessness, hunger, Medicaid, Medicare. That was where you put and you know what? Vocational education. Colleges is not working. And I'm gonna tell you like this, you can check it. You can look it up. Colleges, universities is not, yes, it's part of the answer, but the real answer is in vocational education. Because why would you pay $100,000 for a career that you won't even have a job at that career? Most people that graduate out of a university or college, you can check it yourself.
Uh-oh. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm bringing you right back in, Brother Lee. Go ahead, Lee. You here.
They may spend 6 years in a university and come out of there and can't get a job in the field that they were trained in. But you go into a vocational school, which takes less than a year. Some of them take maybe 2 years, but most takes less than a year. You go in a vocational school, come out of there, and you'll get a job making more than some people who went to a university. And I know that for a fact because I went to two vocational schools. One was welding and one was truck driving. And I started
Yeah.
off there. And I'm gonna tell you, my brothers went to vocational schools, and all of them got well-paying jobs. We ended up owning businesses. I mean, we had
Mhm.
great livings. And the thing is that a vocational school can be an immediate answer to education and getting a job. And not only getting a job, getting a career and making six figures. You can make six
Yeah.
figures in a vocational school and only go less than a year. And the government
Yes.
paid. They had government programs where they infused some money into these schools. And man, you could change the life of a whole community. And it
Yeah.
starts with the kids in kindergarten. You give them
Yeah.
hot food to eat. Stop with this inferior. I've been to a school where my grandson he goes to school and he's eating pizza. They eating
Is he
pizza,
eating
cold pizza. They eat
cold?
cold
Oh,
pizza
wait a minute.
and Doritos and things like that.
What?
When I was in school, you had mashed potatoes, you had
Yeah, we
roast
had a
beef,
hot lunch.
you had vegetable. You could literally smell the lunch down the hallway. I
You
mean,
sure could.
we had a lunch lady, and we had hot breakfast too. So how can you have these things in the '60s and don't have it in the 2000s?
That's true.
How
But
so
you know
that means
something,
that
Lee? Yeah, you said this though, and we discussed. Wait, we at 50 past the hour. Hold that, cause I got something to ask you. You just brought back a wonderful memory. Listen, you're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. We're going to pay a couple of more bills. We want to first of all say thank you to all of you that are here. Thank you, WKRA. We hear you. To our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. President and CEO, good Monday morning to you. We'll be right back. We're going to pay these couple of bills right quick, and I guarantee you we'll be back. Brother Lee, your camera's on. We're going to come right back after these messages. You're listening to the McMahon Morning Show on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. We'll be right back.
Tune in to the McMahon Morning Show. Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the McMahon Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there. If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know. Left, right, left, right, left. Your mama, your daddy, they vote. Your sister, your brother, they vote. Your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, they need to get out and vote. Your mama, your daddy, they vote. Your sister, your brother, they vote. Your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, they need to get out and vote.
This is a call to all Americans. On November 5th, 2024, you have a chance to be heard. Make your voice known. Vote. It's your turn.
America, we are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back.
I don't know about you, but I'm not going back. If you're not going back, vote Diane Black. Again, if you're not going back, Vote Diane Black for U.S. Representative, 1st Congressional District of Mississippi.
November 5th, 2024. Vote Diane Black.
Paid for by friends of Diane Black.
Attention WKRA listeners, if you would like to advertise on the MacMan Morning Show, please leave a message at macmedia3@gmail.com.
And we're back. We're back on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial, our headquarters for our transmission all over the Mid-South and in your homes, your places of business, wherever you are. We thank WKRA for broadcasting this wonderful signal and our YouTube audience that I'm really, really, really pleased with you all. I'm pleased with our whole audience all over that hears the MacMan Morning Show each and every morning. We thank you for being a part of us. And let me tell you something, MacMan Morning Show viewers, we've hit 8,600 views, 8,600 views on a very, very important and candid interview that we had with Trustee Kiana Belcher. We're working out something. I got a surprise. I just can't hold this part. We've been in communications with Trustee and mayoral candidate for Dalton, Jason House, is coming to the MacMan Morning Show. You're going to hear more about it. We creeping on in there trying to see what's going on. We have a lot of viewers and a lot of listeners in the Illinois area that listens to WKRA, and also online they listen, and also they listen to us each and every morning via our stream on YouTube. I want to just say thank you. If I can't do anything else, I wish I could throw a hug out to everybody and just say a high five or something just to say hello. I'm here with our chief contributor, Mr. Lee, Brother Lee, Mr. Lee. Hey, let me tell y'all something. You know, Brother Lee, you're very popular, and I want you to hold that pen where we're at about. I want to ask you something about the vocational school. One thing I can say, when we started this journey, and I wanted to find out how which direction and what I wanted to do, because being a reporter, being an anchor person, you know, they just figure that you're a talking head and that you just read off of a teleprompter or something like that. I wanted to bring something different to the audience. You got the regular folks and the people that say this and that and the other, but the MacMan Morning Show is your show. The MacMan Morning Show gives you an opportunity to express yourself, and we have a wonderful listening basis. I thank all 253 of you that have subscribed to the MacMan Morning Show. Don't y'all know I was happy? And for those of you that listen to us each and every day, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. We are on our way. We've reached another plateau. Y'all ran. I said what I said to Vacation. She said, "Oh, we doing too much. Oh my God, I got to get me a break." We want to say hi to our chief correspondent as she does what she does, and she's getting her vacation. She's going to come back with a boom. And y'all say hey to us. I said, and tell her to rest and stay off the telephone and all those other things, and do enjoy herself. Great contributor, great correspondent, chief correspondent, has been with us, started out in the chat, and she's been with us. Brother Lee has been with us. He's saying the same, and I just want to thank them because they make being here. And sometimes there's some work we have to do behind the scenes, but they make it a whole lot better. Brother Lee, there's not a lot of talk, or we hear very little talk from the other side, meaning the people that are really trying to use Project 2025 to destroy the educational system and the foundations that have been built over the years here in America, the civil rights and the human rights that we have. And others have benefited from the civil rights movement that were not African American, whites. Everybody benefits from the laws that are in place. My worry is, Lee, that our young people are instead of it seemed like they're stepping back. But like you were saying, there are resources and schools and things like that. You went to trade school. I went to trade school. I mean, and college. But then I went to trade school. I found out that the economy, when we talk about the economy is in a place where they're begging for people to come. They're begging for services. They're begging for people to work. And there are a lot of opportunities out there. Brother Lee, why aren't people encouraging people to take advantage of the opportunities that they have? And should there be more opportunities? And we're not the minority, we're the majority, but there are more opportunities for us. Tap in on that, Lee, because there's a lot of young people that were asking before, and they were asking you through the chat, excuse me, that they wanted to go to trade school, these types of things to get themselves together. Just elaborate a little bit more on what you were saying. And I didn't mean to cut you off, but I wanted to let you finish what you.
Well, hold on, my brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
And I was just saying, brother. Yeah.
I would say now you have to seek it out, this information, and yeah, it's nice to have somebody come knock on your door and sit down on your couch and hold your hand and guide you through it. But you got to get off your butt and you got to go seek it out. The information there, the help is there. I mean, it's not all the help we need. We need more. The thing is that um, vocational schools are there. I mean, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say truck driving. Truck drivers can make over $100,000, hundreds of thousands if they, buy one truck, get another truck, and the thing is that the thing about truck driving is if you got a felony conviction and you're coming out of an incarceration, you can get a career in truck driving. They take you if you were an ex felon. If you have a record, a criminal record, you can start your life again through truck driving. I mean, you tell me, somebody out there tell me where you're gonna be a convicted felon, incarcerated, come out of that and get a job making a career making six figures. You tell me where you can go to come out of there making six figures and actually own your own company in some cases because they'll let you drive after a while and own the truck you're driving. It'll take you a little longer to own it, but you'll have your own business. I've bought several trucks myself. I started off with in situations where my credit was terrible. And I was told I was denied by several loans and everything. But, by the grace of God, I got a phone call, said, "Hey, man, you've been approved." I said, "Actually, I have been approved." They said, "Yeah, I went and got my truck that day and started the business." And the thing is they got careers out here. They got a book, which I went to the library. I was told by this social worker, go to the library and look up a book called Occupational Trades. Now that book is probably online now. That it will tell you in the next 10 to 20 years what careers are going to be profitable for you, where you fit in, and how much does it pay, and what it entails. It's a book called Occupational Trades. It's a thick book. It was actually it was about as thick as a Yellow Pages back in the day when Yellow Pages was actually thick. It's a huge
Yeah.
book. It has all careers in there from nursing to just everything, and you can see where these careers going in the future in 10 years and 20 years, and what you have to do to do it and get into it in the schooling that you need. It's so many things that you can do. You can't be negative about your future. You can't let people put you down because I was told it couldn't be done. I said, why would you try? But I went against the grain and just kept moving forward by the grace of God. You have to get motivated. You can't wait for somebody to motivate you. You know, it's in us to motivate ourselves. It's in us to get this done. And they don't, the Caucasians don't want it. They see our gifts better than we do. And that's the crazy part about it. They see God in us. They see what God has poured into us, and we don't even see it. That's why they act the way they do to us, because they can see the gifts that God has poured into us. It scares them to
Look
death.
out.
Be-
You think
Because
that's
when you
what it is, Lee?
it's exactly what it is. When you can see Tiger Woods, the one of the less than 1%, go out there and play golf and be number one. When you can see Serena and Venus go out there and they come from the project and they on the lowest rung of the ladder economically, and they are number one. They are both number one. And the thing is, not just in sports, not just in entertainment, not that you know what, in all fields we can be great. You know, we say, well, I want to be a celebrity. Everybody can't sing. Everybody can't swing a baseball. But we can definitely got other gifts that we can do. Everybody can start their own business. Everybody can invent a product. Everybody can get a service and sell it to people. Everybody here can do the things. You don't need to go to a seminar and sit there for hours and listen to somebody tell you about how great you can be if you buy my book. Listen, by the time you sit down there and listen to that seminar, they done squeezed all the juice out that lemon. So all they trying to do is get you to buy the rind. So the thing is,
What?
we have we
Okay.
have the ability to do some great things. Don't watch the economy and say when the economy gets better, I'll get better. I'm gonna tell you something. During the Depression, everything was bad. And you know what? That's when
Hmm.
Social Security got started. That's when they started building bridges. That's when people got education. That's when vocational school took off. When everybody was sitting in soup kitchens talking about I don't know. And you know what? That's when the economy took off when it was at the bottom. So don't let the bottom scare you. We always at the bottom. So don't let the bottom scare you. Don't be negative to somebody trying to be positive. We gotta just do our thing, get out there, and this is the best time I work, man. When this is what we do. We do it when we do it in the storm. Don't wait till the sun shine to get it going. And that's the thing. We waiting for the sunshine to get out there and get out there in the rain, get out there in the thunder. Do what we do and not wait for somebody to make it clear and sunny outside. And you know what?
But Lee,
It's
why
something
is it? Why is it? You know what I want to ask you too is why is it, Lee? Is it? It's we had we and I've just got to go back to it. We had get up and go. We knew that we had
we
to get
still
up.
have
We
get
had to
up and
get.
go. We still have get
Okay,
up and
come
go.
on.
The thing is that we listen to that social media about how we can be rappers and how we can be athletes, and everybody can't swing a baseball. The thing is, the thing is, we gotta put the party aside. We can party, but we ain't gotta be partying all day, 24 hours a day, looking at trying to be look rich and be poor. You know, the poor look poor and they rich. They got it backwards.
Say that. Wait a minute.
And
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You said something that. Say it again, Lee. They say some poor folks looking
we,
rich and the rich folks looking poor.
yes, the poor folks are looking rich, and the rich folks are looking poor. You don't see any rich folks wearing all that designer stuff. That's the poor folks wearing the designer stuff. We will put out. We will foreclose. We will do whatever we got to do to look rich. We will
Mhm.
postpone the future so we can look rich now and can't pay our bills. And that's the thing.
Okay.
And the rich will look poor and they have a ton of money. They don't care
Yeah.
what you think of them. We care more about what you think our image is than what's inside of us. And the rappers are
You
telling
think
you,
you
the, the rappers are showing
you
you
think
these money, and the celebrities are telling you, I got this purse. That purse, that money, that stuff ain't for you yet. You got to go out there and earn it. You got to go out there and fight for it. And that's the thing. We're not doing that. We wondering
yeah.
how we can look rich, how we can buy some Jordans, how we can, buy a nice purse and all of these other things. Yeah, and we ain't got no place to stay. And we got a place to stay, but it don't look like it should. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Instead of buying property, we should buy property, Don't go out there and buy a Dodge, whatever they call it, Dodge Challenger, when you don't have a
Yeah.
house. Don't go out there and buy these coats and all these clothes and watches, and you don't have you don't have any property. You don't have any stocks. You don't have any bonds. You don't know what the first thing is about stocks and bonds and real estate and all these things. That's where the money is.
So
We
Lee,
so
do you
busy
think?
working.
But do you think? And I want to say this and you on target because a lot of people, okay, in whomever, whatever the case may be, might not agree. They say, well, hell, I can spend my money on what I want to, and the next week you crying broke. I can do what I want to do, but then again, we're not managers of finances. Along with this election and along with what we're talking about, we got to get our own houses in order. Continue to tell us, Lee, how, I mean, and from that perspective, as we commentate on this, why do people think that they can live like the Joneses, but you at the Smiths, uh, you got money like the Smith. We're trying to be like rich folks, but we're not. We're just imitating, perpetrating a fraud. What advice can you give right now? And I know that things are however they are. People saying that they losing hope. People saying that they don't believe. People say that what's in it for me. And I think that you have expressed it. But Lee, what can you say to these people that have this negative effect, like somebody owes them something or whatever? Are we the beggars? Why are we the beggars? Why are we on the bottom and everything when we have all these opportunities, sir?
Well, the thing is because we in an instant society where everything happens immediately. We don't want to put any time in. We don't want to put our effort in it. We want if it's not happening tomorrow or later on today, we don't want any part of it. We don't have the patience to sit there and grind it out and make it happen. And that's one of the big problems is we want that money now. We want that overnight. We want that business that we start. We want the people to start coming in the door right away. And, we don't want to do our homework. And homework is very important. I know so many business owners that are of our color in Chicago that actually they say, Lee, I got an idea for a restaurant, a fast food place, a business. And I say, okay. And they say, yeah, I'm going to put this X amount of dollars in it. I say, but did you do your homework? 9 times out of 10, they didn't put enough homework in. The business lasts 6 months or a year, and then it's gone because they don't put the homework in it. They say, well, I can have a side job and do this business too. No, you're going to have to put everything you got in. And that's the
Yeah,
thing. We don't understand that everything is not instant. It's not like microwave popcorn. You want it right away.
that's right. That's right.
If your politicians don't do something right away, you want to vote them out. Here's the thing. You know what? That's the main thing is okay, these local politicians, you know what they are for? They are for when
What?
you have a problem at home that maybe in your apartment building, your landlord ain't acting right. That's who you call. You call your state representative. You call your alderman. If you need a job, you call your alderman. If you don't have a vocational school or your schools ain't acting right, you contact that alderman. All y'all go down there for that alderman, that state representative.
Hmm.
You shake their chain. You make sure they do what they need to do, not just when it's time to get elected. You call them like you calling your mama, your daddy, your sister, your cousin. You make sure you on their speed dial. You don't say, well, they politicians ain't done nothing for me. Well, have you talked to them this week? Call them like a relative. That's who you call because they say they looking out for you. If they looking out for you, you call them like a family member. You might want to ask them for $20. Call them up. They supposed to be family. You got a problem, you got a job you need to get, you need the education, you might need an old used car. Call your alderman, call your congressman, call your state representative to help you with these local problems because that's what they're for. And
Yeah.
we're letting them get off the
Well, Lee,
hook.
but do you think, Lee, and going into the local players in our local governments, our local representatives. We're looking nationally, but right here, all politics is local. They told I was taught, and they told me, they said everything starts from the block. And Brother Lee, I'm disturbed because it seems like every time this time comes along, talking about voting time as far as this and others, I'm talking about black folks, and let me go to brothers per se. The former President Obama was at one of these campaign offices, and he was talking about encouraging black men to get out and get up and vote and this and that and the other. And then we got all of this. I hate to even beat a dead horse, but I think we talked about it before, that they say that we're not voting, that black men are not voting, we're not interested, we don't want this woman and all these other things, not knowing that our future, the things that we need and the things that we want and how we want to move forward in the business or to do whatever. And I always say I do say this, I say that why are we at the bottom? This is a question that I have always asked. You answered part of it, but my thing is, I see a lot of things going on. I see a lot of young men, older men. I see these very few ladies, thank you, Jesus. But I see a lot of people that just in despair, and just downhearted. Not everybody, but you see, and then they take that, the mainstream takes that, and they put it out that we're lazy, we'll never do anything, or we'll never be anything, or whatever the case may be. And it's just, to me, dogging somebody out or talking about them or whatever the case may be ain't gonna get them up to vote or whatever the case or whatever they need to do. What needs to be done, Brother Lee, to get us to see, just to see that it's important not only to vote, but then also to participate in our local governments?
Well, the thing is, you got to inspire people. You got to inspire them with positivity, not negativity. And that's the thing. We've been trying to inspire each other with negativity, tell you what you're not doing, telling you what you're not going to be, telling you how much effort you're not putting in it. We have to inspire us with positivity. We got to find the good in us, which is right there. We got to find the positive in us, which is right there. We got great abilities, but when we come around and somebody's saying a good morning, well, I don't like to say that word good morning, saying great day, it's a nice day, and somebody say it's a terrible day. They say, oh man, I can't stand it. I mean, they say you ask them how do you feel, they say, oh man, my back hurt, my butt hurt, my feet hurt, look, find something good about you and tell me about that. I don't want to hear about you say, oh man, I just came back from the doctor and he said I'm gonna die. Everybody gonna die eventually. So tell me about what you're living for. Tell me about what you're blessed for. Tell me if that's the thing. We gotta first start with the positivity in our littlest and youngest kids and the oldest person too. We gotta inspire each other. And you do that in the morning. You do that when you see somebody on the street that looks like you. Speak to them. Tell them how great God is. Tell them it's never that low yet. Tell them. I see a lot of people on the street when I'm working, and I give them my card. I say, look, I have brothers come up to me, sisters come and say, how do you do what you do? I tell them, look, you give me a call, and I'll tell you how to get started. I'll tell you how to get this book or that book, or call me if you need somebody to talk. The strangers, I go in the hood, what we may call the hood. You know what they do? They make that thing about the ghetto. You know what they say the ghetto is? Anytime it ain't got no white people in it, anytime it ain't got no Caucasians in it, they call it that. That's the ghetto. So we feel we live in the ghetto if we surrounded by us. I just say that.
Brother Lee, whoa, I tell you, listen, you know where we're at and what time it is. We got a short time right now, and we're just grateful to be here on this morning. I want to thank Brother Lee. I'm interested. I want to see if you think about this, Brother Lee. Let's have a special, like right after the election, and let's just talk about these things. I want you to come on and talk about business startup, and I want to talk, and talk about economics and the things that are going on. Listen, we're getting ready to prepare for the MacMan Evening Show. That evening show will be on our YouTube channel, and we're working on it. And I want Brother Lee to do the inaugural, it won't be an inaugural, but it will be a start show about businesses and how to start your business. We're going to get a panel, but Lee will lead it if he can, if he like, not can, but if he like, we're going to see what's going to happen. But listen, you're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. I'm James Mack. I am your host. And for our chief correspondent, I said what I said. For our chief contributor and our chief contributor, Brother Lee. For our executive director, Dr. J. Get better soon, y'all. Dr. J ain't feeling too good, y'all. And also to Ryan, our social media editor, who's going to be assisting me in trying to get things going for our evening show. We're going to have it done. Listen, you're listening to the MacMan Morning Show. I'm James Mack. Once again, we're on our way to a new leader. We're on our way to voting, and we're going to encourage you to do so. Stay tuned tomorrow on the MacMan Morning Show, and we'll have much, much more for you. We'd like to say to our chief correspondent, I said what I said. Enjoy yourself once again. We thank God for you. We miss you already. We know you're going to come back, and real soon. I'm James Mack. This is the MacMan Morning Show on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home when you're in your car. It's the MacMan Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the MacMan Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the MacMan Morning Show. The best show